Pag na-aksidente, sagot ka ng e-Ready, ang first prepaid emergency health card from Maxicare. Sagot ang sakit ng katawan, sagot din ang sakit sa bulsa. Pag emergency, sagot ka ng Maxicare e-Ready.
Kanina pa masama yung pakiramdam ko. Obo. Sipon. Masakit ang ulo. Lagnat na rin yata ako. Sa tingin ko, hindi ko na kaya pumunta sa ospital. Dok, anong gagawin ko?
First of all, you really need to rest. Kailan nagsimula ang pananakit ng ulo at pag-ubo mo?
Kahapon pa po ng umaga, Dok.
Na-check mo na ba temperature mo?
Care is just a call away. With Maxicare's 24/7 teleconsult service, every Maxicare principal member and their dependent gets free expert medical consultation from reliable Maxicare partner doctors anywhere at any time. Sa Maxicare 24/7 teleconsult service, ang alaga parang nariyan lang. Maxicare.
Si Mama, unlimited ang pagmamahal. Kaya unlimited din ang pasasalamat ko sa kanya. It's time to give back with Maxicare Primo Gold, the affordable prepaid health card for senior citizens.
Pag na-aksidente, sagot ka ng e-Ready, ang first prepaid emergency health card from Maxicare. Sagot ang sakit ng katawan, sagot din ang sakit sa bulsa. Pag emergency, sagot ka ng Maxicare e-Ready.
Kanina pa masama yung pakiramdam ko. Obo. Sipon. Masakit ang ulo. Lagnat na rin yata ako. Sa tingin ko, hindi ko na kaya pumunta sa ospital. Dok, anong gagawin ko?
First of all, you really need to rest. Kailan nagsimula ang pananakit ng ulo at pag-ubo mo?
Kahapon pa po ng umaga, Dok.
Na-check mo na ba temperature mo?
Care is just a call away. With Maxicare's 24/7 teleconsult service, every Maxicare principal member and their dependent gets free expert medical consultation from reliable Maxicare partner doctors anywhere at any time. Sa Maxicare 24/7 teleconsult service, ang alaga parang nariyan lang. Maxicare.
Si Mama, unlimited ang pagmamahal. Kaya unlimited din ang pasasalamat ko sa kanya. It's time to give back with Maxicare Primo Gold, the affordable prepaid health card for senior citizens.
Pag naaksidente, sagot ka ng e-ready, ang first prepaid emergency health card from Maxicare. Sagot ang sakit ng katawan, sagot din ang sakit sa bulsa. Pag emergency, sagot ka ng Maxicare e-ready.
Kanina pa masama yung pakiramdam ko. Obo. Sipon. Masakit ang ulo. Nilagnat na rin yata ako. Sa tingin ko, hindi ko na kaya pumunta sa ospital. Dok, anong gagawin ko?
First of all, you really need to rest. Kailan nagsimula ang pananakit ng ulo at pag-ubo mo?
Kahapon pa po ng umaga, Dok.
Na-check mo na ba temperature mo? May ininom ka na-
Care is just a call away. With Maxicare's 24/7 teleconsult service, every Maxicare principal member and their dependent gets free expert medical consultation from reliable Maxicare partner doctors anywhere at any time. Sa Maxicare 24/7 teleconsult service, ang alaga parang nariyan lang. Maxicare.
Si Mama, unlimited ang pagmamahal. Kaya unlimited din ang pasasalamat ko sa kanya. It's time to give back with Maxicare Primo Gold, the affordable prepaid health card for senior citizens.
Pag naaksidente, sagot ka ng e-ready, ang first prepaid emergency health card from Maxicare. Sagot ang sakit ng katawan, sagot din ang sakit sa bulsa. Pag emergency, sagot ka ng Maxicare e-ready.
Kanina pa masama yung pakiramdam ko. Obo. Sipon. Masakit ang ulo. Nilagnat na rin yata ako. Sa tingin ko, hindi ko na kaya pumunta sa ospital. Dok, anong gagawin ko?
First of all, you really need to rest. Kailan nagsimula ang pananakit ng ulo at pag-ubo mo?
Kahapon pa po ng umaga, Dok.
Na-check mo na ba temperature mo? May ininom ka na-
Care is just a call away. With Maxicare's 24/7 teleconsult service, every Maxicare principal member and their dependent gets free expert medical consultation from reliable Maxicare partner doctors anywhere at any time. Sa Maxicare 24/7 teleconsult service, ang alaga parang nariyan lang. Maxicare.
Si Mama, unlimited ang pagmamahal. Kaya unlimited din.
Good morning, Maxicare members. Welcome to All Is Well, the Maxi Life Wellness app soft launch and Wellness Fridays kickoff featuring healthy, holiday cooking with Ms. and Astig Vegan. This is another Maxicare offering for you because Maxicare wants you to live your best life and because your health and your wellness is their priority. I'm Patricia Bermudez-Hizon. I'm your host for today, and I too, to be honest with you, I am constantly on a wellness journey. So I am thrilled to be here with you today because a lot of things are going to happen and we surely will learn a lot. I'm looking forward to hearing the opening message from the President and Chief Executive Officer of Maxicare Healthcare Corporation, Mr. Sean Argos. And also, of course, we will be learning from two of our speakers, the women behind Mesa ni Mrs. and Astig Vegan, as they will do a live cooking session. After that, we will know a lot more about the new Maxi Life Wellness app and its programs. I know the event is just beginning, but we already would like to thank all of you for being with us today. Our hearts are so full already because it's such a wonderful day and you all are here with us. I know that a lot of people are still logging on, but to ensure a systematic flow, meaningful interaction, and the best overall webinar experience we can provide, we humbly ask for your cooperation in following our event's guidelines. First, to get and make the most of this webinar experience, do dedicate an undivided attention to the speaker and ensure that you are physically in an area without any potential interruptions and noise. Avoid multitasking and address any internet connection issues before we officially begin. Let's also observe Zoom etiquette and best practices. You know, at this moment, your video and audio settings are disabled, but we do, however, encourage you to rename yourselves and put your first and last name. You guys can try that right now. I'd love to know who's in this room with us. Here, you can also adjust the size of the window of the panelists and the window of the document that's being shared. First, click on the speaker view on the top, and that time, you can actually now select the side-by-side view option. It's important that you guys do that so you'll later on see the ingredients and our speakers as they do the demo. Now, in between the window you're seeing me on right now and this side, the window where you see the instructions beside me, there's a border between the two of us, and you can actually toggle on that line from side to side to increase or decrease the size of the windows. It's up to you. Try it now, why don't you? Engage also with our speakers and feel free to ask questions during the Q&A portion via the Q&A box. You may also send your comments, questions, and other concerns while the presentation proper is ongoing. But note that we will be asking the questions formally at the Q&A portion. But because you guys are special, I can ask some of your questions during the cooking demo. Note that questions may be answered through the Q&A box by our staff or answered live by the speaker. So again, please make sure you rename yourself so you can be properly addressed. Unruly and disruptive behavior, by the way, will not be tolerated as this may affect other participants' webinar experience. Now, if you like today's event, you can share your thoughts and experiences after the event on your social media accounts using the hashtags Live Your Best Life and Maxicare Wellness Fridays. And please don't forget to tag Maxicare using the social media handles. On Facebook, it's Maxicare Healthcare Corp, their official IG, Maxicare Healthcare. And please do follow their health and wellness IG. Look for it at Maxicare Health and Wellness. And did you know you can also subscribe to their YouTube channel? Please look for Maxicare Healthcare Corporation. We're so excited to get going, but before we finally start this event, we will have a quick series of poll questions for everyone. All you need to do, if you're new at this, is just answer with the best option that best suits you and just click on the answer, right? It's that easy. If you're ready, here is our first poll question. Napakaseryoso nito ha. Ngayong darating na 2021, alin sa mga ito ang kaya mong i-give up or bawas-bawasan kung sakali? Pizza at burger? Soft drinks ba? Milk tea? Beer, liquor? Ano dyan ang mga kaya mong i-give up sa 2021? Nako, mahihirapan ako sa pizza. Pero kayo, ano yung mga kaya nyong i-give up? Soft drinks, yes. I love it. You're already on to a healthier life. Here is my second question. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, how will you rate yourself as a healthy eater? So, kung liempo, lechon, ang pang-araw-araw nyo, alam nyo na siguro yung rating nyo, no? 5 ang pinaka-healthy, yung 1 medyo tagilid tayo. But I'd like to know, the people that we're talking to, how you guys are doing in terms of healthy eating. And let's see the results on our Wow, our poll says nasa gitna ang majority sa atin. Well, hopefully this session will put you up to 4 or 5. So you're in the perfect room for this. Here is my next question for all of you. How do you plan to achieve a healthier 2021 with controlled blood pressure and blood sugar? Napaka-specific niya na. Kailangan ba mag-increase kayo ng physical activities? Start a healthy diet? Regularly take your medications? Or sa tingin mo, dapat lahat yan ginagawa mo? All of the above. Sa akin lang ha, siguro sa akin, all of the above. But actually, no, I'm really good at physical activities. Pero tama, nabasa ko kayo all of the above. Well, we really need to do our part, right? Thanks so much. Kakatuwa yung question, no? But really, we just wanted to get to know you a little bit more, and we wanted you to be a bit more relaxed so it would be easier for you to take in all this information about healthy holiday cooking. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off officially our Maxicare Wellness Fridays. Welcome to All Is Well, the Maxi Life Wellness app soft launch and Wellness Fridays kickoff featuring healthy holiday cooking with Maxi and Ms. and Astig Vegan. Again, I'm Patricia Bermudez-Hizon, your host for this event. Today, you will be one of the first to know about Maxicare's Maxi Life Wellness app, which has programs that target specific body needs and help in prevention, control, and treatment of diseases like hypertension and diabetes anytime and anywhere in just a few clicks and taps. On top of that, Maxi Life's Wellness Fridays officially kicks off today. This means you are going to mark your Fridays and set it for your health and wellness. Maxicare will give you various wellness activities and talks on fitness, nutrition, mindfulness, and so much more. For this session of Maxi Life's Wellness Fridays, we will be joined by two of the most followed social media personalities when it comes to healthy and proper nutrition. Mukhang nakakagutom at nakakatakam ang araw na ito. This will be very helpful for all of us, especially in a time like this where we put healthy eating on top of our list. Now, we are so honored because he is here now to give his opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the President and Chief Executive Officer of Maxicare Healthcare Corporation, Mr. Sean Argos. Good morning, Sir Sean.
Good morning, Patricia. Thank you very much for the introduction, and good morning to everyone. I'm very excited to be with all of you here today to launch a new suite of wellness apps in partnership with Activate Me and Activo, who is our partner for the app called GlucoLife. I always take every opportunity and platform to stress that our physical and mental health are our most valuable assets in times of uncertainty. And that's why, as a company, we at Maxicare continue to invest in programs and resources for you, our members. The wellness programs that we've developed and are launching today bring together both of these apps and content from our partners such as Maxi and Ms. and the Astig Vegan, to enable you to continue your health and wellness journey despite the challenges we face today. Wherever you are in your healthcare journey, we've curated the content in our apps to ensure that you find something relevant for you. We put in extra effort in particular to design programs and content to enable our hypertensive and diabetic members to make positive and sustainable lifestyle changes for improved health. Now more than ever, despite the fact that we don't have physical access to resources that we had before, it is important for us to continue our own personal healthcare journeys. And the apps that we are launching today brings the content and resources closer to you so that in the comfort of your own home, you can whip up a healthy meal, you can monitor your intake of food and nutrition, and you can also participate in fitness programs. Again, all in the comfort of your own home, at your own pace, and as you have free time to do so throughout the course of your busy days. So with that, thank you very much again for joining us today. This is going to be a very exciting time for us and for, for us, 2021 is going to be a period of change, and you can expect to see a lot more innovation and a lot more resources, for you, our members, so that at the end of the day, it is our responsibility to ensure that we are your partners in keeping you all healthy and safe so that you can live your best lives. So thank you again. And Patricia, back to you.
Thanks so much, Mr. Argos. Wonderful. I'm even more excited now for our official launch today. Thanks so much. And now he mentioned it. It's now finally time to meet and hear from our speakers who will also do a live cooking demo for all of us. Now, let me introduce our first speaker, who is the creator and founder of Esteemed Vegan, a global brand dedicated to all things vegan Filipino. She shares her vegan discoveries and recipes on the widely popular website, esteemedvegan.com, and the equally popular YouTube show, Esteemed Vegan Cooking. She has also become a regular contributor for One Green Planet and Positively Filipino. Let us welcome Ms. RG Enriquez-Diez. Hi, RG.
Hi, Patricia. I'm so thrilled to be here and still be able to participate, even though I'm all the way here in California. I am honored that I can be part of this exciting app launch about, really advocating for wellness and for health. And I'm all for that. And I'm here to show everyone that it's possible to enjoy the holidays and still keep up with your healthy lifestyle. And it's not only possible, but it's delicious and easy. So I can't wait to show you what we have in store. And like I said, I'm just really thrilled to be part of this launch. So maraming salamat.
Thanks so much, RG. Looking forward to it already. And I love that promise that you're giving. It's possible and it will still be healthy. Thanks so much.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's get to meet our second speaker. Now, if you guys are fond of cookbooks, she is an author of an award-winning Mesa ni Mrs. book. She is the founder of a nonprofit organization under the same name, Mesa ni Mrs., that promotes healthy and low-cost eating with an emphasis on using native produce. Her book is a national winner in the Philippines, which makes it a finalist for the best in the world vegetarian cookbook in the 2021 Gurman Awards. That's right, it's that amazing. Her organization works with several educational foundations to educate parents on proper eating habits, teaching them new budget-friendly recipes, and creating menus and feeding programs. Ladies and gentlemen, looking forward to hearing from Ms. Juana Manahan-Yupangco. Hey, Juana.
Good morning, Patricia. Hello to everybody at Maxicare. Thank you for having me today for such a remarkable event. Congratulations, Sir Sean, everybody on the wellness team for launching your app. I mean, when I started working with Maxicare about 3 years ago, they were just starting to get into choosing a day for wellness, and now it's open to all the members. I still remember when they started just, putting the employees through this, the wellness Fridays or meatless Mondays, and now it's a reality. Congratulations. Thank you for thinking of me to be a part of this.
Looking forward to what you're going to be teaching all of us. Well, I, along with all of our MaxiCare members here, are looking forward to our Maxi Life Wellness Fridays, where you not only will get to live your best life, but you also get to learn a lot about healthy holiday cooking with Juana and RG. So Juana, go ahead, take it away.
So I'm so excited today to be cooking with Esteemed Vegan, one of my idols. When I first went plant-based, RG is really a big idol of mine. So I'm so glad that we've connected and that we can cook again. So RG,
Yes.
the way we decided to cook for Maxicare today was, what do? We came up with one vegetable, two ways,
Right.
diba?
Yes,
So,
because we have our own specialties. I mean, with you, we really champion native produce of the Philippines, and and also champion not just plant-based but affordable plant-based recipes. Kaya naman nakakatuwa. And for me, I really would like to promote Filipino cuisine. So it's nice that we chose an ingredient to encapsulate what we're trying to do. Kaya naman. And of course, I'm so thrilled to be also cooking along with you. I mean, we really
a lot of fun.
yeah, Yeah, we became really good friends since our first collab. So I'm happy to be here with you.
That's
So what are
right.
we?
So
Mhm.
our chosen vegetable for today is the calabasa. So
Yep.
calabasa in English in San Francisco is squash, diba?
Yes. Yes.
So
I'm here in San Francisco, and it's called squash. There are many different variations. No, there's but for the specific one, it's called kabocha squash. Over there,
oh,
kalabasa
okay.
lang. No, it's just one
Yeah, like calabasa is just
variety.
calabasa.
Yeah.
So you guys
Makes
can
it
see on my
simple.
screen in English is kabocha. It feels so
Well, it's
fancy.
just yeah, it's the specific variety that we Filipinos use. So
I did
it's
not
yeah,
know that.
kabocha squash. Mm-hmm.
Ganon,
Yeah.
kabocha squash. So here, it's just our one and only calabasa. So today, what
Yep.
I'm making for you guys is our calabasa pasta. It's one of my first recipes that we used, that we wrote on Mess and Mrs.
Yeah.
And you start, the beauty about this is you cook using the whole vegetable. You don't waste anything. So I'm going to show you my ingredients. Is it on already? Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys my ingredients. Hopefully, they'll prompt the other camera to start. But here we have the whole calabasa,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have the filling. We have the pasta, which is already parboiled. We have our pechay. Oh, there we go. You're
Mm-hmm.
on. All right.
So what
Here,
kind
we
of
should show them.
pasta noodles can they use? Any kind?
So today,
Spaghetti?
today we're using this is penne because it
Okay.
fits. I think penne fits nicely into my little calabasa bowl. Then we have our pechay. Today I'm using wombok because that's what I found. And unfortunately,
Mm.
the price of like the native pechay has gone up because there's storms here. So a little bit of
Right.
fluctuations. Here we have malunggay,
Mm-hmm.
available any time of the year, and a bit of
Oh,
broccoli
lucky.
because so yung broccoli is yung pang holidays, a little bit of a special occasion,
Ah,
pwede mag-splurge. Also, because my kids are gonna eat this for lunch today, so they love
that's so
broccoli.
great. That's great to hear.
Yeah. So okay, this is very easy to do, but for today, I've parboiled everything,
Mm-hmm.
and the first step in this is actually to bake the entire squash. So you have the squash like this. So you start this kung raw pa siya, you cut the top open,
Okay.
and then let's look inside here. There we go.
And
What we've done is
how long?
this is 45 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You
Okay.
scrape out all, so that's about 250, 200 Celsius. You scrape out all the seeds and you just leave the flesh intact. We drizzle a little bit of coconut or olive oil just so it stays moist. And what you have in the end after 45 minutes is an intact squash, which will serve as your serving bowl na rin. So
That's beautiful. Yeah.
it's super cute. You're using the whole dish and it's really easy
Mm-hmm.
to make. So the first thing I'm going to do is when you have here, you start with a fork and
Mm-hmm.
you start scraping slowly. Don't scrape too deep so you don't puncture the sides. But it kind of comes out, it's not exactly like spaghetti squash. So you see like spaghetti squash that you have in the US, it comes
Right.
out like stringy when
Uh-uh.
you do scrape it. This one's pwede na.
Yeah.
um, it
I
comes
like that
out.
it just needs fork to do that, you know?
Yes, absolutely. And
Mm-hmm.
then you press it down like that. So I'm gonna scrape this down. And I really believe Mother Nature gives us what we need when we need it. So I know in the States, pumpkins around October,
Yeah,
it's such a big deal.
it is.
The reason that it is because it's in season, diba? And the reason
Right.
that nature gives it to us at this time, it's because it's high in antioxidants for fighting colds and flus, which
Yeah.
happen
During the
around this time.
season. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm galing. Like I always
Right.
tell people on Mess and Mrs. to eat seasonally because you have to believe that God gives us what we need when we need it. He knows
Mhm.
what's there. So squash is high in beta carotene,
Right.
vitamin C, all this
And you
good
know
stuff.
what? I learned that you can even eat the skin once cooked.
Really? Oh, then that means I
Oo.
could eat this. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
it. Can I?
once it's cooked. I mean, it doesn't taste like anything, but
Doesn't taste
it's
like anything.
edible. That it's high in fiber because of that.
That, I mean, that makes so much sense. So I mean, I
Mhm.
guess now that we know this, we could you could serve it. I mean, maybe I'll try that, serving it in like a little taco shell situation. So you
That's a
can
good
see
idea.
here, there's so much na. There's a lot of laman that you
Mhm.
can get. So I'm gonna stop there because that's already enough. And again, the whole bowl. This is your mixing bowl already, and your serving bowl. So diba? So you don't have to waste. You don't have to
So
waste
right,
anything.
less cleanup.
Exactly. So I mean,
Mhm.
like your cleanup time for this is just really your tray that you used for baking and you're serving, and you could completely eat this entire thing
I
later on.
wonder though, can you use a huge pot, like malaking pot, caldero, and then you can just submerge in water to boil if you don't have an oven?
That might actually be a good idea. You're
Would
right.
that
Not
work?
everybody like has a big enough oven for this. I'm sure that would work. Absolutely. And then just
Mm.
drain it after, diba?
Right,
So there
right.
you have it. Your mixing bowl. I'm just gonna put a dash of olive oil just to make sure that it doesn't stick together.
My
And this
gosh,
is so unbelievably easy. I'm gonna be
Mhm.
done really soon.
Wow.
I actually learned this from you for the holidays to add a little bit of raisins, diba? From your
Oh,
macaroni.
sweetness. Yes. It's
So you add
natural sugar.
exactly. And it's a bit festive for the holidays.
Hmm. Oh, for sure. I want to try that for Christmas Eve, for Noche Buena, because
Noche
it's
buena.
not oh, because it's also so simple that you can have more time. You know, it's so busy during this time
Yes.
that any time saver will also help. Yeah, I think it's added to the list of, why you should make it, right?
And it's pretty. It's cute. It's like
Mhm.
it's really easy. Like, see, this is so stuffed already. I don't think anything is fitting in here. I don't know if my broccoli is gonna fit, but I'll put in a couple florets. There's also the lunch of my kiddos today.
So how did
So
you figure it out? How did you
this
come up with
recipe,
it?
oh my
Mm-mm.
gosh, it's a funny story. I had we had like a Bible study one day and it was potluck. And I'm so
Mhm.
like at that time, maybe 3 years ago, I was really super anti waste, like plastic. Like any plastic would just drive me crazy, like seeing it.
Right.
And when you go to these potluck things, unfortunately, people just use a lot of plastic and a lot of
Disposable.
like disposable stuff, right?
Mhm.
So I was like, how will I make it? Can you show them here? No, from the side. I can see your hands, sir. Sorry, guys, it's Princess. I can see your hands. So we're just
Hi.
gonna show over here. Yeah, so I didn't want to be wasteful with the stuff, and I was like,
Mhm.
saw calabasa sitting on my kitchen counter, and the idea just came to my head, which is how a lot of ideas on Mess and Mrs. come. I really stare at the vegetable for a
Nice.
while and think like, what can I do? Paano ba to? Last but not least, a little bit of salt and
You need to
pepper.
try that, no? Titigan lang
Yeah,
yun.
like
Stare at the vegetable.
I meditate. I meditate on the vegetable. Ano ba
Nice.
pwede gawin sa'yo? Like,
Yeah. I
how
love
can
that.
I cut it up? And last, just a bit of salt and pepper. I don't know about you, Arj, but I was told by my doctor, who's actually
Mhm.
US based, to use iodized salt because I am completely plant based and I don't take any
Mm.
animal, no fish. So she told me to switch actually to iodized salt because,
Ah.
especially for my kids, because we don't get any iodine in our diet like you would. So I don't. Yeah, that's a new like discovery, like
Inside.
a big
Ah.
yeah, like a change that we had. But again, that's if you're like us, we're 100% plant based. So we do
Plant-based.
supplement
Right.
with
Or you can
B12.
also do well, I don't know how available it is. So sometimes I munch on seaweed. You know, the Korean nori
Yes,
sheets. Yeah, you
that's
can get it.
right.
Mhm.
well, I definitely munch on that. But the great thing about the iodized salting, like here in the Philippines, it's actually a Republic Act for salt
Mhm.
iodized, and there's a good reason Filipinos don't get so much of it. So I just add it sparingly to the food
Mhm.
for some flavor. And that's it. That
Oh
is
my
my
God.
recipe. It's so super easy. And
I like that it has a beautiful presentation. So people would think that you actually
work
labor
hard.
like how many hours in the kitchen,
Yeah.
you know.
So it looks very autumn festival-ish.
Right.
And that's it. That's gonna be beautiful on your buffet table or on your as a centerpiece. You can add stuff around it pa if you want to make it arte.
I know,
But
yeah,
that's
you can garnish with a beautiful
it.
tray.
And it's perfect. It's a party dish. You can take it to parties. You
Mhm.
can serve it at your gatherings. It's
Mhm.
yeah, and it's a crowd pleaser. Kids, adults, everybody's gonna love it.
I want to try it. And then you can also
Yeah.
play around with different ingredients as well, right? They can add more,
Yes.
like what? Like other kinds of greens,
You can
right?
add more greens. I would personally I'd add greens. You can add nuts, kasoy,
Oh
almond
yeah.
flakes. If you want like more
Maybe
dried fruit,
carrots.
carrots. Cut. At one time I didn't have raisins. I used cut up mangoes, like dried mangoes, and that
Really?
was really yummy. The mangoes an
Oh,
interesting sour,
yum. Like the
and
sweet dried mangoes, no?
yes.
Mm.
The beauty of this dish is you can do anything. You can use any vegetable you want. As with all our recipes on Mess and Mrs., you can use anything.
I like that it's so flexible. And is it also on the cookbook?
Yeah. This one, yes, this is in our cookbook. It's
Oh,
one of my
nice.
favorites. So yeah, I'm so excited to
Cool.
see what you're doing
Yeah,
with the
so that's the
calabasa
main
today.
dish. I got
Yeah.
the dessert. And guess what? It's also so simple.
Oh
So
my
we're not
gosh.
gonna take that long either. And this one is traditionally Filipino. So it's almost like I don't even know if it's veganized because it's traditionally plant-based anyway. So we're
Okay.
gonna make halayang calabasa. So it's oh, there you go. Those are the ingredients. And it's also very simple. It's using ingredients that we are already, have access to, but we can play around with it as well, like what you were doing.
Right.
It can be flexible. You can use other kinds. You can add spices. You can have fun with it, or just keep it simple if you'd like. And this is great to say after they had your main dish, your calabasa pasta,
You can have
then it's
your
time for
dessert.
something. Yeah, something sweet. It's also calabasa. It's like calabasa themed holiday dinner.
I
And
mean,
you know,
everyone's
some
just gonna have great eyesight after this, right? They're like, they'll be super
yeah, that's
immune
right.
to
And
everything after eating this meal.
exactly. And hey, we're not mad at that. And
Yeah,
some chefs they actually do find a seasonal ingredient and really work their menu around it. So, this is just
that's
uh
fantastic.
yeah, it's nothing new, but I have here the cut up squash. Oh, so
Okay.
it's a pot of water and I just boiled it. So I just wanted to show you guys that I chopped it up. So technically, like I said, you can keep the skin on, but because this is halaya, it's gonna look different if you keep the skin on. So
It'll
I
go
peeled it
it'll go
off.
dark, no? If you
Yeah,
keep
and
the
you know
skin
what?
on.
We forgot. Speaking of no waste, you can even toast the seeds, right?
Ah, that is a
Diba?
great idea. Great source of protein.
Yeah, ano squash seeds sa
Can
Tagalog.
you eat? I would eat butong paknat, butong
Butong
paton,
pakwan.
butong.
Yeah, it's sort of
No,
no, but
but
they sell
pakwan.
this as well. Butong
Yes,
kalabasa, right?
butong
Yeah,
kalabasa.
yeah.
Because
So
pakwan
yeah,
is
you don't even
pakwan.
have to go out to buy it. You can just toast them on the pan or even a toaster oven. So I didn't do that, but technically
Yeah,
you
no,
can do
I
that at
have
home.
mine here. I'm gonna do it. The one that I took out of
Yeah,
this. I
for
just thought of
sure.
an idea. Like I could
I
even
know.
crush that up and put it here. Parang,
That's
'di ba? Good
Yeah,
idea.
I like that.
That's what I love
Instead of
about cooking
kasoy,
with you. Like I learn like so much parang on the go.
we
So
bounce
that's
off
your
each other.
diba? That's your added
Mhm.
crunch na, not even your nuts. I mean, guys,
Yeah,
the buto of the calabasa pecan is super
right.
high in protein as well.
Yeah,
So good
and
idea.
they don't have to leave the house to buy another ingredient or spend another dime or another
Exactly.
peso. Ayan. So I have it here. So I mean, use your best judgment on when it's ready, but it's technically around 20 minutes. Ganyan. You just check back. Your How would you know that it's soft enough to mash? Is basically just if it looks soft and if you mash it a little bit, it breaks apart. So you need about 2 cups of this. So approximately about 1/4 cup of a calabasa. But
Okay.
we Filipinos, we're not really precise with measurements. So this is just more like a guideline,
And we like
diba?
making extra, diba? Like
For
parang
sure.
I think that's a very Pinoy thing. Like I always like have extra food. If it's sakto lang, I get kind of nervous. Whenever I
I
think it's
know,
a very
right?
Pinoy thing because like in Europe, if you go like in France, if you go to people's houses, as
Other
if you're
culture.
four, the food is just for four. And
Right.
like me as a
No
Filipino who
waste.
like
Uh-huh.
loves to host people, I see it and like, oh my gosh, yun lang ba yung pagkain? Panto.
Like what?
Diba?
Like everybody ate and no leftover. You're like, oh,
Yeah, I'm like,
why?
what's this?
What did I
So
do wrong?
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
it has.
does no one like my food?
But unfortunately, it's sort of like, I mean, economically, right? We really have to sort of adjust because nasasayang lang, in the fridge if we end
Oo.
up throwing them away. So,
But actually, Arj, let's say for example, this one has tira. Like if I don't mix the calabasa with
right.
all the other stuff, I could use some to
Yeah,
make that, right?
exactly.
Another brilliant idea.
Ding,
Yeah,
it's
to
just
save
the
food.
light bulb is just keeps,
I
yeah.
know.
And yeah, for sure. And like you need about 2 cups of mash, but it's sort of hard to assess, how much of the calabasa is 2 cups, right? Mashed.
Yeah.
So if you have leftover like this, you can put it in other calabasa dishes as well. You can put it in your nilaga or whatever dish that
Yeah,
you
other dishes.
yeah. So you can just eat it as is,
Yeah.
diba? Why
Arj,
not?
I have a
So,
question.
yes.
Halaya is a
Mhm.
way of cooking, or
Yes.
because I've seen ube, halaya, other stuff. So is it like how we call like sinigang
Yeah,
na this?
for
Like,
sure.
and
It's
what composes it? Like a halaya.
yeah, you're right. You said it exactly. So precisely. So just like sinigang or nilaga, even
Mm,
nilaga means boiled, right?
right.
So it's the same with halaya. It's actually a Spanish term,
Okay.
halaya, and
Not know that.
it means jammed, like jam, like ube
Ah,
jam. So
I
you
see.
made it
I
into a jam.
see.
Yeah. So you can technically
Okay.
make halaya with. So the ube is the most popular, right? But you can
Hmm.
have other starchy vegetables as halaya. I like calabasa halaya aside from because we want to choose one ingredient, but also compared to ube, this is so much easier and more flexible. You don't need a lot of ingredients and don't need to learn so many techniques because ube halaya can be temperamental as well. So ito
And I'm
madali lang.
sure less sugar for the calabasa because it's naturally sweeter. Like ube, I tried cooking with ube a couple of times. I
Yeah,
realized, my gosh,
it's
those
not
jams,
sweet.
it's not sweet pala.
It's
I
not.
mean, because when you see ube anything, like here in the Philippines, like during the pandemic, super uso yung ube
Ube
pandesal,
pandesal.
right? Oh my gosh, the first time I cooked an ube, I was like, oh my gosh, it tastes like nothing. So can you imagine what they put in that to make it
So much sugar. So much
wow,
artificial stuff. Yeah.
so much.
It's
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
it's so deceiving because even the vibrant purple, is not even real ube. So
Yes.
yeah, it's really
It's
deceiving,
actually kind of
unfortunately.
gray. This one
Yeah.
person told me like yeah, okay, like we're gonna make puto bongbong, or like we're gonna make something with this ube. Can you get purple food coloring? I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not really purple pala.
It's
It's kind of grayish.
Yeah,
So
it's so
yeah, I did not
deceiving, and yet we
realize that.
traditionally think it's the real deal. Okay, so in case people wonder what I'm doing, so I'm actually
Hmm.
mashing the squash into the measuring cup with a spatula.
So you can
So
get like your two
yeah,
cups.
exactly. So it's so soft that you can mash it with any kind of ladle. And then I can use the same pot. Sandali na nga, I'll throw away the water. Or I can even reuse it for making soup maybe. In fact,
Yes,
I'll go ahead and save
like a
that.
stock, right?
Yeah, for sure. So let me go ahead. Excuse me. Let me just put this
So you know, you
aside.
guys, one of the great things about like cooking with all vegetables or magpa-vegan or plant-based is we actually
Yeah.
use everything. You can
Hmm.
use everything. So like just now, we learned that we can use the water that you boiled it in. You can use the seeds. You can use your peelings, yung mga balat ng gulay.
Yeah.
I save that and I boil it, and that's my stock. And I just keep it in
Hmm.
the freezer or anywhere. Sometimes I joke around, it's my basura stock because it's all the
Ah,
peelings. And I
right.
keep a little container by my sink where all the peelings go at the end of the day. If there's enough stuff, I'll make a stock out of it. So really, it's very economical, good for the environment to
Right.
go more plant based.
Yeah.
Even just two
Not just
days a week.
healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
any
it's such a
amount.
misconception that not eating meat means it's going to be expensive. Nah,
Exactly.
it's just for the
Exactly.
few for the few privileged people. But it's so if we really like what you were doing with bahay kubo vegetables, if you really do the math, it's actually uh more
Much cheaper.
inexpensive. Yeah, in
Like
cheaper
here
to.
in the Philippines, I got my bill from my grocery supplier, and I looked at it, and I said, my gosh, this bill for 3 weeks is my budget was my budget for 1 week before when we were eating meat. That's crazy.
Yeah. So let me just go ahead and add. So I added it back, yung the halaya, the mashed squash.
Okay.
Now I'm putting 1 cup of coconut milk,
You use
and
canned
I
milk,
do.
right?
I know, unfortunately,
Kasi
it's so
wala naman yung canned.
yeah. You sort of like it's one of those things that you don't know what you have until it's gone. Because like
Yep.
I really love the freshly squeezed, freshly pressed coconut milk, and even the malunggay here, like in recipe.
Yeah.
It's such a luxury here to have malunggay, but over
Yeah,
there,
sometimes
it's
I see your posts, like you post the prices and it's shocking.
yeah.
They
The
charge.
turmeric was like the
Oh,
malunggay here. It's about $7. It's like what
$7?
yeah, per pack.
That's around
So
250-ish pesos. My gosh.
350 350
350 there.
pesos.
Dito
Yeah, over
ninanakaw
there
lang
it's not
yan,
even
diba?
50 pesos. I know. It's so
Never
sad. Okay,
deliver.
now I'm adding, this is 3/4 cup of agave, but that is because over here in the US they're very common, but you're more than welcome to use coconut nectar or whatever
How about
sweetener you
sugar?
prefer.
Like, would it be okay to use like brown sugar if there's no coconut nectar
Oh,
or
for
something like
sure.
that?
Yeah, muscovado, coconut
Roughly how much
sugar.
is that in sugar? Same amount? Would it be like a cup,
Same
half a
amount. This
cup?
is yeah, because actually 3/4 cup is sort of the parang the starting point, and then you can add
Okay.
more. So it's not that
Okay.
sweet. And then I'm adding 5 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is the
Okay.
thickener. So unlike with the ube halaya, it needs a lot of other thickeners. This one, it's just the cornstarch and a little bit of salt, and that's it. You're just gonna keep mixing until
Wow.
it thickens, and then you're going to maybe 5 minutes, actually not even 15, 5 minutes. You're gonna have it on medium heat, and then you're gonna transfer it to a mold if you want to invert it upon serving. If not, you can just use any kind of ramekin or whatever serving bowl you want, and then you have people to just have a serving spoon
Scoop it out and eat.
yeah. So and like I said, it's traditional. It's very traditional as well to have halaya. So it's healthy. It's inexpensive, and it's accessible, and it's familiar. And san ka pa, diba? You really have no other excuse.
You don't need to look anywhere.
Right.
I think like the halaya, one thing I would do that. So like one way, as you said, is to eat it by itself out of a ramekin, but I mix it in halo halo, how they like with how they do with ube, because I saw that you once made a vegan halo halo and it looks so good. I love halo halo, but unfortunately, like your commercial halo halo uses dairy, which I don't take. But now we have so many options, right, with all this stuff. So I might even like put a smear of that into like
That's
the halo halo. Your halo
I didn't
halo.
even think of that. Yeah, I need to try that. Thanks for the tip.
No, but I love how you explained that it's a jam.
Yeah, it's a Spanish influence. It's the root word itself is Spanish, and yeah, it's a great topping for like what you said, for halo halo, and you can veganize it just using non-dairy milk, which are available in the Philippines as well. And oh, by the way, for those people who want to try the halo halo recipe, it's on esteevedvegan.com. So, and among
so
other
good.
recipes.
That's what I use now. Lalo na, we try not to go out so much. I just have stock of that stuff here in my place. And now I'm going to add the Calabasa halaya to it.
Yeah, I wonder what you're going to what your kids will think of it, because this is also very kid friendly, right? Like have it sweet, something sweet.
A dessert. Do you serve it warm or cold?
You serve it room temperature.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you serve it hot, it won't set. Like it won't be as thick. Right. But if you serve it cold, it won't taste as as good as just like room temperature. I mean, but I don't know. Like some people have personal preference, right? Some people even want cold pizza. I don't understand that.
I'm one of those. I'm a cold pizza person.
See?
Yes. I'm one of those
There
weirdos.
you go. So I can't really tell you. Maybe you will enjoy this cold then.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But a good idea, you guys, is maybe to bago mag-serve, just set it out on your counter for a few minutes, so that you're serving it the way RG wrote the recipe to be at room temp.
Yes, and people might wonder, why am I switching back and forth? So I use a whisk. I mean, if you don't have a whisk, you can use a big fork, so that the cornstarch will really dissolve. Because if you don't use that whisk or something, just to beat it, then it will have lumps.
Do you need to dissolve the cornstarch in a little bit of water? Like, would that help it be less clumpy, or will it affect the texture kung may water?
No, it's actually a great idea. Well, we have coconut milk, so they can just dissolve it in coconut milk prior.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So
because sometimes it's hard to break up the lumps when you pour the cornstarch in. Like if you're making gravy or a sauce, that's a big. Oh wow!
Can you guys see? Okay. So now it's so cool because the squash is already cooked. So you're just basically cooking the cornstarch. That's why you keep mixing and wait for it to thicken. But as you see, it's now really very thick and creamy. And so now it's time, and it's beautiful as well. It's so yellow. So now I'm going to put it, thank you, in the llanera or leche flan mold. But you can use, like I said, any kinds of serving container.
So guys, may bago na tayong use for the leche flan, which is very high in cholesterol and sugar and all this bad stuff. So now my good option na kayo.
Yes,
is
for
this
sure.
halaya.
Yes, so you can use the mold instead for making this. And it's only 5 ingredients. It's something for the entire family for the holidays. And by the way, so this is also the stage when you can taste. So I guess I'll taste because then you can add more sweetener just in case you're one of those people who are really into sweets. Are you really into sweets?
Me, not so much. It's my husband who's always parang like
I know, me too.
adding
My
stuff.
husband. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, this
they're
is
into sweet things.
this is fine with me, but I'm pretty sure my husband would want to drizzle some more sweetener. But
Over
this
it.
yeah, maybe. I mean, that's a great option, right? Because then some people can just drizzle, some people will be just okay, especially for those people who are watching, if they have diabetes or they're watching, they're just generally watching their sugar intake. Yeah, and so so this will actually fit two llaneras or molds like this. But I want to show you the finished product. So you want to wait for like an hour or so to let it cool down.
Okay.
Depends. Over there it's probably 5 I don't know, it's so hot there, I heard, right?
And it's hot. Like it's Christmas and like, bakit ang init pa? Pasko na. But you know, global warming, what can I say? It's just hotter every year.
Man. You know what? That is true because even though I'm here in California, it's still relatively warm because I see my tomato plants are still alive. So it's
wow.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyway,
all right.
I used a different, so the hue is a little dark because the calabasa I used was more ripe. So that's why it's darker. I'm gonna invert it now. So I'm just gonna run my spatula here and serve it. Oh, here, I'll show you. Can you guys see?
God,
it looks like
gorgeous.
a leche plan, I guess.
It does. It really does.
So yeah, it's halaya. Let me see.
Like from here, like it looks like it's even gradiated like a leche flan, like how it looks on the camera, but it looks fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the halayang calabasa. Really simple, like I said, just mashed calabasa, the sweetener, cornstarch, coconut milk, and then maybe you can, if you want to be fancy, add cinnamon if you want, nutmeg, whatever.
On Christmas.
On Christmas,
cinnamon.
Yeah, if you want, yeah. But this is already should be fine.
It's crazy how easy it is. It's so easy. Anybody can make it, even if you don't cook. Like a lot of our Maxicare members, when I do my talks, they're like, oh, but I don't cook. But guys, napakadali lang na to ng mga recipes. So try nyo.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no way you can burn this.
You just mix it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for saying that. So the only thing is, as you notice, while I'm cooking this, I'm in front of it and I'm constantly mixing because.
Oh wait, so you can burn.
You can. So don't leave. Don't check her Instagram or Facebook. But don't worry, it's only 5 minutes, so it won't take that long. You just, or even less, you know. Yeah. But yeah, you want to keep mixing because otherwise the bottom will burn. But you know what? That's all you have to do. You just mix everything and then combine all the ingredients, mix it, and it's done. You have your dessert to go with your pasta. I'm gonna
try this afternoon. I'm gonna make this for merienda.
Yay.
It looks delicious. So I was wondering if there are any questions.
We'd love to take them
out there for us. We'd love to take them now.
Well, thank you so much first, RG and Juana. These dishes are amazing. It's just so amazing how you guys made it look very simple, but I'm sure it is actually really simple to do. Talagang natakam ako. And I know that healthy food could be so appetizing, but you made it even more appetizing, especially for the holidays when usually sinful food and unhealthy food ang nasa-serve nating lahat. So this will really make all of us reevaluate our food choices and everything that we consume. Now, I personally learned a lot from both of you and daming questions actually that we are flooded with.
Oh, wow.
And I'll start with this one actually. It's a question for both of you. I know you addressed this already, but maybe you guys can reiterate again. What can you use as substitute for squash? Can you use gabi, sweet potatoes? What are the other things that you think will blow our minds?
Kamote is a good option. Obviously, you can't cook it in it because sometimes you get the really big ones. So if you get like the kamoteng kahoy type things, it's a bit bigger. You could do the same thing and scoop it out, but if not, chop it up and just toss it with all of this. I'm sure you could do the halaya with kamote as well, right?
Oh, for sure. Yes. Because halaya is such it's really a term, cooking term. It's not exclusive to one ingredient. So they can use kamote is a great idea. Or and other kinds of starchy root vegetables.
Yeah.
Di ba merong purple variety and then the yellow variety?
Yes.
Matter which one do you recommend?
Kahit na ano.
Kahit na ano, the sweetest would be the orange. That's the sweetest one. And the least sweet is the white.
Okay, noted. Okay, Juana, I don't know if you can do this, but someone here on our chat is requesting to see what's inside of that squash pasta.
Ooh,
They're asking,
okay.
would it be possible to slice it open? I know it looks wonderful, it looks beautiful, but I wouldn't want to slice it open because it's, yes, thanks so much for showing. You
There
guys
we go.
can see their screen spotlights, second camera ni Juana. I mean, take a look at that. It looks so
That's-
beautiful, it looks so healthy.
I'll toss it a bit
I
for you
wanted to see
guys.
how it looks inside. But may natitira pa siyang parang meat ng squash inside, no? So when they're eating,
Yeah, very thin. And the only reason it's thin is because I didn't want to break the skin. Kasi sayang yung bowl.
oo nga, part of the presentation. In relation
Yeah.
to that, here's another question. How would you do it if you don't have an oven? How would you do that?
I think RG had a really good idea earlier, is to submerge it in boiling water. So if you have a big pot, you could put this in a big pot, i-boil nyo lang. Or actually, I think squash like conducts water quite well. So even if your water is up to here lang, in a big wok, kung may wok kayo or pan, iinit din siya. And squash cooks so well evenly. So that's parang like a bain marie. That's a way to do it as well.
All right. Well, still staying with you, Juana. This is a question coming from Cassie. Can I use any kind of pasta for this and not just penne?
Yes, absolutely. I recommend using the shorter ones just because it's easier to toss. But if you really don't have anything, you can get your spaghetti and it will still fit nicely in here.
All right, RG, an important question here, and I think 2 or 3 people asked this. How long will the squash halaya keep?
Oh, yeah. So, well, you want to keep this in the fridge for about 3 days, 3 to 5 days, depending on the climate where you're at. So but just to be on the safe side, 3 to 5 days. But if you are really, just a tip, if you really think that you cannot finish it, if you're not a big dessert person, you can just cut the portions, the recipe in half, so you don't have to wonder. But yeah, or you can put it in the freezer and then maybe for 2 weeks, and just defrost and before you eat. But I hope that people will enjoy it so much that there won't be any leftovers anyway.
Yeah.
You know what? I think some people here are saying, pwede na tong pangbigay sa Pasko. You know how some Filipinos...
Oh, yeah.
Good idea.
That's a great idea.
It's a great
food
idea.
gift. Instead of, because, fruit cake or the other kinds of cakes during the Christmas season, they can be pricey. So at least with this, you can stretch your budget and give it to more people, more gifts to more folks. So
I just did a quick computation. A calabasa is between 80 and 100 pesos. You used a fourth. So how much is that lang per person? I'm really bad at math, you guys. So 30, 40 pesos?
It's going to be really... And I didn't even use I didn't use the whole squash. So for that size, I used only 1/4. So you can give 4 people.
Gifts.
Yeah, 4 gifts. So it's so economical. It's healthy. It's
25 pesos.
It's very
I just came up with
filling.
it.
Ayun. Yeah. So yeah, they can and it's filling as well. So it's they'll feel full for quite a while, which is something that
nakakaiba siya.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So it's different from the other halaya.
And it's healthy. I know that you were talking about whether kids would like it. I can already imagine my kids loving it. especially because some kids, they kind of have to hide the taste of vegetables for them to be able
Right.
to consume it all. So this is wonderful. I love both your recipes, Juana and
Oh,
RG.
thank you.
For you, Juana, maybe in closing, what are some of the tips that you'd like to, more tips that you'd like to give and share to our MaxiCare members? And of course, your closing message.
Yes, I think definitely eating local po. You can find any of this stuff sa talipapa, any market. Eat local. It's better for you. It's better for our economy. We're helping our farmers, our people, and the nutrition, because malapit lang yung binabiyahe niya, is still intact when it's like this. Please check out messanymrs.com for more free recipes. And thank you again, MaxiCare, for having me today.
Thank you, and congratulations once again on your award.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And RG, everyone will be trooping now to your YouTube to learn more about how you do a Filipino version of all these Mexican dishes. What are some more tips that you can share in your final message?
Yes, so just to go with what you said and what Juana said, start with local and start with something familiar. So I understand that it can be very intimidating to try something that you're not familiar with. So try with something that is that is your favorite ingredient, that's local, that's within your budget, and it's possible. And use the resources such as the app, for example, for recipes. Go to esteemedvegan.com and my YouTube for how to make these really traditional but plant-based Filipino dishes, and go to Juana's website and cookbook to find out how can you do it in a very cost-effective way. So the resources are around us now more than ever, and even though it's all virtual, it's at the comfort of your own home, right on your fingertips or on your phone. Or if you have the cookbook, it's just right in front of you. So use that to your advantage. That's my advice. So start with something familiar, start local, start with the resources around you. And I would like to thank MaxiCare for having me. This is such a fun cook along with Juana. And it's
Always
really
learning.
it's always a fun collab with you. And
It is.
I really am very honored to be part of this launch. Congratulations. This is very exciting news for Filipinos in the Philippines, and I can't wait to see how they will really maximize the potential of the app. So thank you.
Congratulations, MaxiCare.
Well, thank you so much for both of you, RG and Juana. This was indeed a really helpful and inspiring healthy holiday cooking during our MaxiCare Wellness Fridays. I loved it. I really know now what to serve on my dinner table for Christmas. Bye, guys. Thanks so much. Now, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to one of the highlights of this event, the soft launch of the Maxi Life Wellness app. Please watch this video. The Maxi Life Wellness app is just so amazing. Imagine, mababawasan na ang pag-set mo ng appointments in the hospital, and you can now take better care of your health, especially if you have hypertension and diabetes, using this app. And like what I said earlier, it's convenient because you can stay active eat healthy, and take control of your lifestyle choices. There will be exclusive recipes, information about pre-diabetes and diabetes, and you'll be able to measure the impact of your physical lifestyle on your health. That is amazing. This app will be available for download very, very soon. I myself am so excited to download it. So thank you so much and congratulations. I'm looking forward to having that app. Now, here are two real quick poll questions. Before you guys go, just click on the answer that best suits you. Are you ready? Here is our first poll question. Do you want to live your best life? Syempre, napaka-positive na mga sagot natin. It's a yes, of course, or oo, syempre. I haven't come across a person who does not want to live their best life, and Maxicare is well aware of that you all want to do just that. But for formalities, ano kayang sinagot nyo? Overwhelmingly, yes, of course. Well, you guys are in for a treat with that app once it comes out. Here's our second question. Which topics or activities would you like to see in our next Wellness Fridays? You can choose more than one. Exercises for the heart. Uy, maganda yan, ha? Maintaining good mental health. That's important. Parenting habits. Yes, we need that. All about the skin. Finance and budgeting, because this is overall wellness, diba? Hindi lang on the physiological aspect. Iba't iba yung mga aspeto ng wellness na pwede sa ating ibigay ng ating Wellness Fridays. I love it. Great concept. So, ano yung mga napili nyo? Wow, ang dami talaga. Kung pwede lang piliin talaga lahat. But maintaining good mental health is up there along with exercises for the heart, and finance and budgeting is also right behind it. Well, we heard you. Thanks so much for all of this. If you enjoyed this experience, please do share on your social media using the hashtag Live Your Best Life and the hashtag Maxicare Wellness Fridays. And you can tag Maxicare on Facebook at Maxicare Healthcare Corp and on Instagram, Maxicare Healthcare, and of course, Maxicare Health and Wellness, when we are sharing to you about wonderful takeaways from this event, which you can also share with us because that is their Health and Wellness IG. Don't forget to subscribe to their YouTube channel too at Maxicare Healthcare Corporation. Look for it. To learn more about Maxicare's products, please visit www.shop.maxicare.com.ph, or you can even send a message to their FB Messenger. If you have any questions about Maxicare's Wellness Fridays, you can send an email to maxicare.webinar@maxicare.com.ph. Well, that ends our event for today. Thank you so much for being here with us this Friday morning. We hope that you really enjoyed and you were able to take away meaningful information on healthy holiday cooking and so much more. See you guys on the succeeding Maxicare Wellness Fridays, which will be on January 22, 2021. I cannot wait to join you guys for that one. Thanks again, everyone. I'm Patricia Bermudez-Hizon. Have a great day. And we know that you can all live your best life with Maxicare.
What makes a future special? Perhaps it's in what you see. And how we see it. What you hear. And how we listen. And if you seek a future that's worth depending on, we've got you covered in every way. We even added a little cup of comfort. And tasteful little details to show how much you mean to us. We are moving forward. Innovating our touch of care. making us available at any hour, at any day. So we can be more responsive. So we can be more connected. This is how we make the future of healthcare special. By making you experience you are special in every sense. We go beyond care. Experience Maxicare today. Maxicare Primary Care Clinic VGC is open to care for you 24 hours a day, every day. Visit other Maxicare primary care centers at these locations.